If every time one of your potential patients searched for dentist near me, your practice popped up first page on Google, how would that change your life, do you think? If you could bring 40 to 60% more revenue to your practice over the next few months without creating any extra work for you or your staff, how would that change your life? Stick around to the end of this video to find out just how you can do that. First, let me share a few benefits of what this will do for your practice if you're a good fit. Here's a few important numbers I just want to share with you. Online local searches for dentists near me has increased by 900% over the last 2 years. And half of all Google searches are looking for local businesses. 75% of patients that did a local search visited a practice within 5 miles the same day. And 90% of searches for a local practice on a cell phone called or visited the practice on the same day. This means that when someone searches online for a dentist near me in their town, if you don't show up on the first page, they're not calling you. And paying for Google ads will do nothing to help you with this. In fact, I would go so far as to say that if you are currently paying for Google ads, you're literally throwing that money away every month and you need to stop. Why? Because people don't click on ads anymore. If they want something, they just search for it. They type it into Google themselves and find it. They don't wait for an ad to pop up and click on it. I don't click on ads ever. Think about if you do. And if you're watching this video, what this means is that your potential forever patients are currently looking for you right now online and are probably having a hard time finding you. You could do what a lot of other practices do and pay tens of thousands of dollars for ads, hoping that something will work, or you can employ an amplification strategy that we use to get our clients the exposure they need online. So how do we do this? We have a vast network of distribution connections that we have built up over the years. We get you featured on major news sites, high traffic blogs, podcast sites, and hundreds more by employing our amplification strategy and using our connections that we've built. We create high-end and carefully constructed content that features your practice in front of your potential new patients in your city. When this happens, Google takes notice and it creates a domino effect for major exposure for you. Because Google values established brands and organic traffic over regular content and paid ads, this does two things. One, you start to rank in the search engines, meaning rather than being on page 25 of Google, a place that no person ever ventures to, or on some random ad, your practice instead starts to show up on page 1. And then number 2, what it does is it greatly improves your chances of being ranked in Google's 3-pack, which is those 3 offices that you'll see next to a Google map when you do a search. We've made this process incredibly simple for you. Our strategy lets us do the heavy lifting so that you won't have to do anything different than what you're doing right now. So you can focus on taking care of your patients, which is the important part, and let us focus on getting you those patients. I need the details of your practice so that my team can help you get the results that you want, because that's what you care about as a business owner, is results. The next step is to please fill out the form on this page. When you do, you'll be taken to the next page where I'll ask you a few questions about your practice. I've also prepared a more in-depth presentation that lets you know in detail how this all works. I highly recommend that you watch the entire video. I know that you're busy, but people that don't watch the video usually end up having a lot more questions later. And it takes about 20 minutes to watch, but it'll save both of us a lot of time in the future. Because of this, I made it so that the button doesn't appear at the bottom of the video until you let the whole video play. Then a button will pop up, you can click it and go to the next step. If you have questions, please feel free to email me. Otherwise, go ahead and fill out the form to move on to the next step.